So here we are with some Grixis Death Shadow. Let's write down it was have a spicy addition to the list. Okay. My spicy addition is Jace, Vryn's Prodigy over the Faithless Looting. I read about it that it was, and I was pretty intrigued with that as a card. Okay. I have no interaction in this hand, but I do have a, let's see, a turn 1 Bauble. So I have a, let's pretend Bauble is opt. This is basically opt, right? So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have a turn 2 Garmag Angler. I think that's a keep. Like in the dark, that's a pretty aggressive open. Hey, Alcopa 44, how's it going? I mean, I don't like this many lands, but again, I would keep a 6 with this. So I don't like seeing Flooded Strand. Path to Exile makes Garmag Angler a lot worse. And my reveal was a land. Let's fetch this out of here. That's actually pretty good. I binned 2 Fatal Pushes, which is something I don't want in this particular matchup. My Bauble draw was a Snapcaster Mage. I think I lead off with, so I have one, yeah, let's Street Wraith. See what I draw. If I drew a Stubbs, I might change my line here. Okay. Settle the Wreckage. That's going to be a little rough to deal with. So my graveyard right now has 6 cards in it, so I can actually cast Garmag Angler right now. I think I just get rid of the path, which will handle my first Garmag Angler, and the next turn I can go Snap, Thoughtseize. No, they spell snare my Snap. Alright, wait for them to tap out for Jace, then I Snap, Thoughtseize to settle. Yeah, I'm not worried about the Cryptic at all at the moment. The problem is that they have 4 ways to remove my Garmag Angler. And all of them hurt my Delve. Alright, I'm just going to take the Jace. So I'm going to let them path the first Garmag Angler. Which will give me a little bit more mana. Okay. So next turn I'll have more mana available. Yep, that's fine. I'll get the island. Like next turn, I decide to play around Spell Snare, and I can Snap, Thoughtseize something away. The problem is I'm at 10 life now, so I really need to get into, I really need a Shadow draw. Okay, play this, I get Steam Vents, I go to 7. Thoughtseize me down to 5. That would be 1, 2 cards in the graveyard. This man is tapped down. Be 4 cards in the graveyard, 5, 6, 7, so I can Thoughtseize and play on the Garmag Angler. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Okay. Change of plans. I'm actually going to snap Thoughtseize and go from there. So I'm going to go Watery Grave. I'm doing this now when they can't spell snare my snap. What do you think, Fox? Am I playing okay so far? So I don't care about spell snare anymore. There's still a ways off of Cryptic, so I think I just take the settle. And now I have board presence, and I just need to top deck a shadow, or I'm in big trouble. I really just need to not top deck any more lands here as I top deck a land. Yeah, I think that first Thoughtseize was a big decision point. I think I played correctly there, changing the game plan when I saw that they tapped out the blue source. Hold on, I think my cat has no food. No, you got a whole bowl full. Come on, bud. The puppy's off in training, so he's got full... Oh, did I just skip through my turn? Well, I should not have skipped through my turn there. Three, 4, 5, 6. Gonna go score themselves to Cryptic. Oh, they have Mana Leak. Stub does nothing here, so I just accept that. I'm in a rough spot because one Colonnade hit kills me. I've been a little aggressive with my life total, mostly because I want to thin my deck because all I keep drawing are lands. Yeah, skipping my turn was bad there. I should have dropped that last turn. Blame the cat. Okay. I mean, is it... How many lands do I even have left in my deck? $17 lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have seven lands left in my entire deck. Out of 38 cards. Okay, I have Terminus. The Scalding Tarn really can't get anything. Okay, they have Cryptic Mana up now. Okay. It's scary when a Snapcaster Mage is basically lethal against you. I mean, I can't imagine. Okay. I have Death Shadow in the deck. Fatal Push is probably bad. Let's cut it. Still, especially since I have a redundant Dismember in my hand. Hey. We drew a threat. They can Spell Snare or they can Cryptic it. If they get greedy and Cryptic it, we have the Stubborn Denial. Okay, they have 3 cards in hand. I'm going to Thoughtseize myself down to 1, just to take something out of their hand that can deal with my Jace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is unfortunate. They have Cryptic and Terminus. I think I'll take the Cryptic and leave the Terminus in their hand. Yeah, I mean, this is absolutely brutal. I'll get rid of Thoughtseize because I'm not casting another one for the rest of this game. So opponent didn't draw land, right? They did. Oh, they played the island. I missed that. Okay. Death Shadow. Oh, I meant to click Thought Scour. Well, I was a punt. Don't think it matters the way I've been drawing this game. Let's see what the top card is. I can't even use these fetch land. This has just been painful so far. Yeah. Well, I've played 2 Gurmag Anglers. We're halfway through our deck without seeing a Shadow. We have 31 cards left in our deck. I don't even think we... Yep. Get rid of Stub. Double Strike, but does not gain Trample. Yeah, I mean, this has just been a very, very strange game. Okay. And how many lands? Like I said, we had 7 lands left. I think we've drawn 2 lands since then, so we have 5 lands, 4 lands left in the deck. Look at that. I mean, even a Street Wraith, I can hardcast a Street Wraith. But this is statistically improbable. Like how few threats we've drawn here is just not. Yeah, the Spell Snare. Yeah. Like it doesn't make sense. We have this is a very thin deck in terms of threat density, but I run 17 lands and I've drawn pretty much all of them. Yeah, I mean, let's just look at the deck list real quick. So in terms of threats, we do have 8 threats, right? We've only seen 2. At this point, I'd even count Street Wraith and Jace as a threat, which means we have 11 threats left in our deck. Oh, actually, we saw Jace, so 10 threats left in our deck out of 27 cards, and we're just not drawing them. 11 out of our 27 cards, or 10 out of 27 of our cards left in the deck are threats. Yeah, Street Wraith beatdown is perfectly fine. It gets around a lot. Let's see what they're drawing. Planes. Okay. It gets around Fatal Push, gets around Lightning Bolt. It's a pretty good card. I like Street Wraith a lot, actually. I like it a lot in Traverse lists. I think I'm going to be close to conceding here. I have so much threat density. And they should just be able to kill me here with the Colonnade. But they're not, for some reason. Like, just kill me with the Colonnade. I'm at 1 life, opponent. Sure. I have no black mana for the rest of the game. They wanted to lock me off black mana, then attack with Colonnade. That makes sense, in case I have a handful of Fatal Pushes. Okay. Disdainful Stroke seems pretty good here. I do like... I don't know if I like TBR. No, I mean the line made sense. They wanted to make sure I couldn't cast Fatal Push on their Colonnade. Cut Dismembers. Cut Pushes. I might actually keep 1 Dismember in just to take out like a Angel. Thoughtseize, Inquisition are all good. So here, let's just break the deck out, right? I have here Interaction. I have Cyclers. I have Threats, Cyclers, Interaction. I'll put Snap as a threat in this particular matchup. I think 2 TBRs is finally good. Is probably good here to choose out a win. I think I like this here. Turn 1 Thoughtseize with a Liliana Veil and Stubbs. I'll keep this hand. This hand looks really good. Okay. Okay, next turn I'm going to fetch shock. That's 3. I'll go down to... Actually, no, this is going to resolve. I'll be at 15. Then I'm going to lose 3 more. I'll go down to 12. So I have a 1/1 Death Shadow in play, which means my Stubborn Denial can get pathed. Sorry, I can... It's only for 1, but they only have 1 mana in play, the Hallowed Fountain. So I think I actually take... I honestly think I take the Supreme Verdict or the Negate here. Negate can stop Liliana of the Veil, and Supreme Verdict is just something I really can't answer. I think I'm okay with the path because my stub can hit it. If they go, what I think they're going to do is turn 1, shock, and hold up the path. But that is a card that I just can't beat in general. They didn't shock. Well, I'm okay with that because I drew another shadow, so I'll have 2 of them. But you wish you're shocked now, opponent. Okay, there's the island. Yep. I'll grab the swamp, and then I can Liliana. How do I want to do this? I want to play the land. I need to play the land. But if I plus Lily, I need to have something in my hand to discard besides stub. That's what I was failing to talk out loud. So I was basically saying, do I play the Mishra's Bauble? And my answer is no, because I want to plus, and I want to hold up stubs. So it means when I plus, I'm going to discard the Bauble. So the first line, the autopilot line, is like, oh, throw down Bauble and get a cool little scry effect with my fetch land, and then play Lily. But actually, what I want to do is do this, discard the Bauble here. Yep. But to plus Lily, like without thinking that through, I would have played the Bauble already. Which is where slowing down it can be very important. And now my stubs is just a hard negate. And I'm attacking my opponent from 2 different angles here. I'm attacking their hand with Liliana, and I'm attacking their board. Actually, I'm attacking 3 places. Hand, Liliana, stack, Stubborn Denial, board, and life total with Shadow. So that's one of the reasons, Foxmitten, why I have such a good... how do I do this? I bottom and it still ends up on top. Okay. I think one of the reasons I have such a good win rate against Grixis Shadow players is they actually have misplayed. The way Grixis Death Shadow players beat my Abzan Company 75 is with Stubborn Denial and Temur Battle Rage. Temur Battle Rage gets through our blockers, and Stubborn Denial stops our Path to Exiles, which hit their creatures, and stops our Collected Companies. I think I plus here and pitch a stub, even though it's one of the best cards in my hand. Yeah, so the only players, I think it's been 2 players. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Do I counter this, or I think I counter this. My other option is just I try to protect Liliana. But I think I counter this, and unless they have negate or leak. Okay. Hey Chris, how's it going? I only have 1 card in hand, so I don't need to Thoughtseize them. It's Jace. And I'm going to try to win off the back of this Liliana here. I'm going to double Stone Rain my opponent here. And I'll pass, and I'll bobble myself to get a free, cute little scry trick with my fetch land. What do you mean, is it no Planeswalker art day? I don't want a Thoughtseize, so let's shuffle that away. Okay. Opponent's making me kill him, even though unless I drop as poorly as I did last game, I should have this. Yeah, let's plus her again. I think I'll get rid of the stubs. I think Disdainful Stroke's a little bit stronger in this spot, because it stops anything I care about. I don't really care about Path as much in the moment. Could be wrong, but either way I had to get rid of one of them. Oh, there is no art. You're right. I don't know how I didn't see that right away. Wish I kept stubs. I don't have any creatures in my graveyard. I'll just threaten an ult here. Okay, opponent just needs to keep playing lands so that they can get back into this game. They need to top deck well. Ooh, well, I guess stubs wouldn't have saved us from that either. They should name Gurmag Angler here. Or Lily. Because I've already seen 2 Death Shadows. Yeah, there's only 2 Death Shadows left in my deck, so I think it's a poor name. I don't think I'm going to discard the Disdainful Stroke. I think I'll just keep Lily on 4 at the moment. Yeah, Last Hope art is there. Just this part of there. You can see her hair right here. Weird. Okay, so they have Colonnade online now. So I now have 8 power on the board. My opponent's at 6. I'm at 6. They can put me down to 2. But if they, unless they kill me, they have to wipe my board and deal with Last Hope. Okay. I don't actually hate Lightning Bolt here. It kills Jace. I did not end up doing any pre-releases. I actually have not even played the new set at all. I'll keep this turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Shadow. So the game that we drew 15 lands, our opponent wins. The game that we don't, we win. Again, I'm probably taking this Verdict here. I'm not as afraid of Ruined Halo. It's a good thing I play a lot of green decks then. I'm gonna just take actually the Snapcaster Mage, and I'll pass turn. It's either Snap or the Verdict, to be honest. My opponent is, they can't cast Ruined Halo yet. I don't really care about Ruined Halo. Okay, now they can. I don't really care about it. I'm gonna name Death Shadow. Unfortunately, that's what I have in hand instead of Gurmag Angler, but I'm just going to cast Shadow here, and then kind of go from there. Again, I'm drawing too many lands for this to really be favorable for me. Only way I can remove the Halo, I believe, is a Lily Edict, and that gives them a choice. So no, I cannot. So it does shut down my Death Shadows as win conditions, but I still have other win conditions. I was hoping I just didn't draw a second white source for a little bit, and then I could kind of go off of that. I have a Gurmag Angler in my board, in my graveyard. I want to play Steam Vents, Kolgan's Command. I'm going to make them discard a card and return something to my hand. Gurmag Angler, and they discard. Black, red, there. So now I just have to get rid of that Celestial Purge and or the Supreme Verdict for my Gurmag Angler to do work. Hey TLF, how's it going? Stubs would be nice. Okay. Snapcaster Mage on top of my deck. Actually good with that. So let's go tapped and pass turn. Next turn I'm going to try to see if I can go Snap, Thoughtseize, take the Supreme Verdict, then land Gurmag Angler. Okay. We have a plan. Opponent did play the island, and they bottomed with the opt. Let's go snap. Thoughtseize. Go down to 4. Okay. It's actually good for me. That's what I was trying to get to happen, because I want the Gurmag Angler to be peaceful. Opponent's down to 0 cards in hand. Let's check out the top deck. What they're drawing. They're drawing into a Cryptic. So I want to Thought Scour my opponent so they don't draw the Cryptic. Play a Gurmag Angler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Delve. And I think at this point, with my opponent Hellbent, I think I just have to play another one and then try to win next turn. Get rid of Thought Scour, Death Shadow, Polluted Delta, 3 more, Thoughtseize, Thought Scour, Dismember. So I get to swing for 18 next turn. No, just give me Blind Terminus. They're gonna opt when I'm a... Okay. I can actually kind of deal with that, especially if I draw a snap. Alright, what are they drawing? Opt. Okay. Wasn't what I wanted, but I did have a way to deal with it. I didn't have to block there. Okay, okay. Okay. Let's plan out the top of our deck. I only have 2 Gurmag Anglers left. I'm not playing around a Cryptic or anything here by holding a land. I'm just trying to get to Lily ult. Teferi tucks Lily, and this game is as good as over. No! Why didn't they... Seemed like a mistake. If they don't tuck Lily, I'm just going to ult her right away. If they let me untap, I have a chance. Okay. Okay. I should make like a recording of how many times that I fail to draw anything but lands. Yeah, this game is over. Well, I think game one we didn't stand a chance. We drew, I think it was like 15 out of 17 of our lands, and game three, it was a two timely Snapcaster Mages that from our opponent just knocked us out. Yep, I agree. Opponents do not Fate Seal nearly enough. So that was Grixis Death Shadow. Let's have the next request.